A king without a crown. Banished from the throne and a fugitive in his own homelands, T'Challa still can't leave Wakanda as its sworn protector. A fallen king finds new purpose lurking the streets and shadows of the Wakandan city that bears his father's name, BIRNIN T'CHAKA. New direction, new villains, new creative team. Get in on the ground floor of Marvel's next smash hit.
It was another night in the city of BIRNIN T'CHAKA, far northwest of Wakanda. In the shadows, the Black Panther was lurking. Suddenly, a thief appeared, grabbed the backpack of a pedestrian, and ran away. At once, the Black Panther blocked the path of the thief and stopped him before anyone noticed. But the thief was so worried that he had failed his father. It was some kind of chase competition, and he failed. So the elder among the people told him that it was not his fault. Then people said that was the Black Panther who stepped in, and the elder told them that it would be very hard for the Black Panther to see his father's city in such a state. Meanwhile, the Black Panther was thinking about the purpose of his life. As a banished king, he no longer belongs in Wakanda, so he left the country, but as the sworn protector of the kingdom, he can't leave it. So he came back. He felt pity for and disappointment in himself as he saw the downfall of his father's precious city. In these days, he was monitoring Nyobi Umaru, a very intelligent lawyer. As he was trying to convince a shop owner to not pay the extortion, thugs appeared behind him, and Nyobi managed to escape. These thugs were remnants of Hatted Zeres. They took some fruits from the merchant by threatening him.
Do you know? The Hatted Zerazi, or Dogs of War, are a conglomerate of Wakanda's most elite spies and assassins. They are sometimes referred to as the Wakandan Secret Police, and were formerly led by Hunter, the White Wolf. They were created by King T'Chaka and disbanded by King T'Challa, who disapproved of White Wolf's violence and brutality. Since then, they have been rebanded by the current ruler of Wakanda, Black Panther, Shuri. A Hatted Zerazi uniform is available as an alternate skin for Black Panther in Marvel's Avengers.
Then the Black Panther emerged from the shadows and attacked them without mercy. The soldiers were amazed by the presence of the Black Panther, as they thought that he was gone. Meanwhile, Nyobi Umaru was helping the people that were suffering under the town's tough situation. And the discussion was continuing about whether it is good to be democratic or under the wing of a king. As Nyobi was not paying the tax for thugs, they were looking for him. While he was trying to sneak into his office, he was caught by a thug. But the Black Panther came out of the darkness and beat him up. Panther tried to find out who he was working for, but the thug was too afraid to say the name. Then Black Panther told Nyobi that he wanted to speak with him. Nyobi thought this was some teenager in a costume, but as T'Challa, the king of Wakanda, removed his helmet, Nyobi brought himself to his knees to honor his former king. T'Challa told him that, even though he is not a king anymore, people should know that they are under the protection of Black Panther. As Nyobi's father was the advisor for T'Challa's father and grandfather, he asked for the help of Nyobi to rebuild the city. But as someone was entering Nyobi's office, Black Panther fled away, promising that they'd talk later. To the amazement of Nyobi, a woman in a weird costume entered the office, stating that she thought it was empty. She took some documents and left the room, threatening not to tell anyone about her presence for the sake of his life. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the city, a bunch of people were working on a weapon, but it was not a thing. It was none other than Deathlock.
So, that's all for Book 1. We'll get back to you with Black Panther Book 2 as soon as possible. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, share and comment, keep in touch with us. See you soon, comic lovers.